Okay, in this next video, we're still talking about factoring x squared plus bx, but this time we're going to have a minus c. So that means when we go to factor this piece here, we still know it's two binomials, and the first term is x squared, so we know x times x is x squared. But in order to multiply and give us -6, we need one positive number and one negative number. So it could be -1 times +6, or it could be -2 times +3. It could be 1 times -6, or it could be 2 times -3. Well, this first one we wrote down, -1 plus 6, adds to give us +5. So this is the one we want. This one adds to -5. This one adds to +1. This one adds to -1. So those are not the ones we want. We have x minus 1 and x plus 6. Again, it doesn't matter if we write x minus 1 times x plus 6, or we could write it x plus 6 times x minus 1. Either way, it would work. Okay, this got a little messy, so I'm going to erase all of this stuff. Okay, the next one we have x squared minus 5x minus 14. So we draw our parentheses, started with an x squared, so x times x. Then we need numbers that multiply to give us -14. So usually I don't write out all the different methods like I did on that first one. I just write like -1 and 14, -2 and +7. So the first one adds to give me +13. I know that one's not right. The second one adds to give me +5, and I need it to be -5. So if I just switch the signs around, +2 and -7, that will add to give me -5. So I'm going to say x plus 2 times x minus 7. For this next one, we have x squared plus 3x minus 40. So x squared, to get x squared, we do x times x. Now we need to multiply and give us -40. So -1 times 40, that would give us 39. It's not that one. -2 plus 20 would give us 18. -4 plus 10 would give us 6. -5 plus 8, that one would give us +3, so that's our selection. So we have x minus 5, x plus 8. Again, if you want to check that, just multiply those back together, and it should give you x squared plus 3x minus 40. For the next one, we have x squared minus 12x minus 28. So x times x. Let's see, -1 times 28. Nope, that's 27. So -2 times 14, that gives us +12. So if I do +2 and -14, that gives me the -12. So +2 and -14. This is very much a game of guess and check. And with practice, you'll get to be faster at the guessing and the checking. Some of them, you'll see the pair right away. You'll immediately think of the correct pair. So you don't have to make a giant list every time. But if you're not sure what the answer is, go ahead and start making that list so you can go through them one by one and you know you've checked everything. This last one is another example of when we have a greatest common factor. So 3, 6, and 45 all have a 3 in common. So we're going to factor out the 3. So we get x squared plus 2x minus 15. And then we know it's going to be 3 times our two binomials. So to get -15, we could do -1 and 15. We could do -3 and +5. That's it because we wanted to get +2. Remember, once you take the 3 out, you might draw a line through that so you know you don't need that piece anymore. Here we have x minus 3 and x plus 5. Looks like I need to get a pen that works because it doesn't like me writing with my fingertips. Here we go. And that's the end of factoring when a equals 1. Your next video is going to be how to use that factoring to solve equations, because that's what we're going to use this for. We're going to factor so that we can solve equations where we might have x squared minus 12x minus 28 is equal to 0, and we'll use this to solve things like that.